Tonight on Connecticut's news station, a bridge replacement project begins. Don't be fooled by the name. This is all about the train.
Plus, addressing sailor suicides.
I've turned my sadness into more of an anger.
A family speaking out after their son took his own life while serving our country.
And calls to cancel Connecticut's car tax. Local leaders proposing a study on the economic impacts felt by residents.
Still warm heading into the day tomorrow, and then cooler changes for your Mother's Day. We'll explain your full forecast coming up.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Jen Bernstein.
And I'm Ben Goldman. For years, the walk bridge, which runs over the Norwalk River, has been in disrepair. Back in 2014, the state issued an emergency declaration to replace it.
Now, 9 years later, they're finally doing it, but it's going to be a while until all is said and done. Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc is in Norwalk to explain just how long the project is going to take.
Well, the $925 million project, which involves replacing and repairing the walk bridge, started today, and the state thinks it'll be done in 2029. These 4 tracks on the New Haven Metro North line are some of the busiest in the nation, carrying hundreds of thousands of passengers and trains each day. The tracks span the walk bridge running over the Norwalk River, but there's a problem. The 127-year-old bridge rotates to let boats go by, and many times it gets stuck.
This rail line behind us that defines Connecticut is both our greatest strength, but at times one of our greatest liabilities.
Back in 2011, the walk bridge failed 12 times out of 138 openings. In 2013, 16 failures out of 271 openings. And the year after, it failed twice in a 2-week period. And when that happens,
we have to have buses that bring commuters from one station to another, backing up traffic. It's a complete nightmare.
Senator Bob Duff says whenever the bridge fails, it costs the region around $150 million per day. The problem caused the state to issue an emergency declaration to replace it 9 years ago. Now they finally have the millions of dollars to do it.
The walk bridge has been a long walk.
The new bridge will have 2 independent 2-track bridges, so if one fails, the other can still come down and carry travelers across. During construction, at least 2 tracks will be open for commuters at all times. It won't be ideal, that's for sure, but the Department of Transportation says the impact should be minimal.
There's a significant amount of work that's involved, but we think, generally speaking, we'll be in good shape.
A long overdue project finally kicking off.
We're going to take the walk bridge and turn it into a run bridge.
And the work doesn't stop here at the walk bridge. They're also working on repairing more than a handful of other bridges in the Northeast Corridor. We are in Norwalk. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Julia, thank you. Well, with Mother's Day being just 2 days away now, business has been booming for local flower and gift shops. Fox 61's Carmen Chow gives us an inside look at how they're prepping to meet customers' demands this weekend.
It's been an increasing number leading up to Saturday.
For the Bloom Bake Shop on Pratt Street in Hartford, this is their first Mother's Day, and pre-orders are already through the roof.
Good, how are you? We're featuring a special arrangement. It comes arranged in a glass vase with lots of spring blooms in it. So we have some peonies, some garden roses.
If mom is craving a sweet treat, the shop is featuring their Bloom Cake, which is part of their baked goods.
It's a 2-layer cake with lots of fresh flowers on top. One is a blueberry lemon flavor and the other is a chocolate bloom cake.
To keep the celebration going, there will also be a Mamapalooza event also on Pratt Street, which will feature live music, local vendors, and food and drink specials. But flower shops are not the only ones managing the hustle and bustle.
It's been really busy today.
The paper store in West Hartford had been seeing a lot of customers ask for advice on what to buy.
We are really doing well in jewelry. We have Kendra Scott, Alex and Ani, Cape Cod Jewelry, and then we also have Vera Bradley.
If you're a last-minute shopper and you still need to pick up a gift, the paper store says they highly recommend their pajama sets and candles, which have been very popular. After all, they say moms deserve the best, so she will get the best.
It's just celebrating the women that we love in our lives.
Well, that was Carmen Chow reporting. The Mama-Palooza event in Hartford will be taking place tomorrow from noon to 4 p.m. There will also be a raffle to give away 10 flower arrangements, and you can take photos with your mom in front of the flower wall.
Love that. Turning to the weather now, a beautiful Friday. Great weather to end the week, start the weekend. Ducks are out there soaking up the sun in East Windsor this morning. Look at that.
So cute. So will the nice weather last for Mother's Day weekend? Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joins us now with the good news.
Yeah, and we have a little bit of something for everyone. If you favor these warmer summer-like temperatures, tomorrow's the day for you. And if you like it feeling a little bit more like the time of year, like spring, I think you're really going to like Sunday. I think both days look awesome, though. Mid-80s in the Hartford area, upper 70s right now in New Haven. We did have a few hit or miss showers out there, but it looks like they're clearing out, and it is still very warm out there. Definitely feeling like summer and looking like summer temperatures across the state today. Taking a look at the satellite and radar, again, we had a few showers kind of dotting the state earlier. Now it looks like they are in the process of heading on out. So it's going to be a really good night to have dinner out on the deck or patio, maybe do some grilling. 9 o'clock tonight, temperatures are in the mid-70s, and it will stay warm as we head towards daybreak. Overnight lows only dropping back close to the 60-degree mark. Tomorrow we'll start off with mostly cloudy skies. There is a chance for an isolated shower in the morning, best chance in southern Connecticut, and we'll see diminishing clouds as we head through the afternoon, so it will progressively get a bit brighter with high temperatures up around 80 degrees inland and mid-70s for the Connecticut shoreline. It'll be cooler on Sunday, but I think we'll see more sunshine. Overall, it looks really nice. We'll take a full look at your forecast coming up.
Okay, Rachel, thank you. Well, we have an update from New London. The mother of a 10-year-old has been arrested months after his stepfather was arrested for what police called horrific child abuse. Melissa Greger turned herself into police today. She is now charged with risk of injury to a minor and a series of conspiracy charges connected to that alleged abuse. East Lyme police say they began investigating abuse allegations back in January when the mom escaped and called police from a local restaurant to report what allegedly happened. Police say they found the boy locked in a room with bruises, hair loss, and trauma to his ears. Melissa was released on a $250,000 bond. Michael Greger remains behind bars, and the boy is in the custody of his aunt, we're told. Well, a woman is now facing charges in connection to an animal cruelty case in Fairfield. Police charged Glorianne Legnace with 48 counts of animal cruelty. This comes after 25 dogs and 22 cats were found living in poor conditions at her home on Steep Hill Road. All animals have been seized from the home. Legnace was released on $5,000 bond and is due in court next week.
Norwalk police have arrested a couple accused of stealing nearly $500,000 from an elderly person. Police say Kelly Lombardo was the conservator of the victim and worked with her husband, Michael Lombardo, to steal $460,000 from the victim for their personal use. They're both charged with larceny and are expected back in court next week.
New information from Norwich after a body was found in Mohegan Park earlier this week. Police say that person was a murder victim from New York City and that the man had been killed months ago. Police say Martin Wright of New York City was killed sometime in New York all the way back in January. Police arrested Wright's brother, McMillian Wright, back in April and charged him with the murder, though the body was never found until now. It's unclear when the body had been buried in Norwich.
2 Manchester schools canceled class today after an email threat specifically targeted those schools.
Fox 61's Keith McGilvery spoke with students about the scary situation.
It is breaking news. You saw first right here on Fox 61, an investigation underway into the threat of a school shooting here at Manchester High School Friday. In a statement from the district superintendent, he said that a threat came in by email to the Manchester High School principal, identifying the day as today that shooting would take place. The district consulting with the Manchester Police Department, making the decision to call off school because of the threat, both here at the high school and Bentley Academy. Minutes after that news was announced, we spoke with students here at campus.
I'm shocked just as much as everybody else is. I'm never really worried about my safety at the school, so for us to have to shut down the building completely is just a shock to me.
I find it very disappointing just because this is what we've come to. I think it should not be something that students should have to worry about in a community where they're supposed to feel safe.
Superintendent Matt Geary stressing safety as a top priority, saying Friday that his goal was to clear Manchester High School of any individuals who had already arrived while preventing new students and faculty from entering the building. Again, an investigation is underway, and Fox 61 has learned that school will be open Monday morning here at Manchester High School and Bentley Academy, but that bags will be searched as a precaution. At Manchester High School, I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Waterbury police releasing new details tonight after 2 parents were arrested for trying to enter a school during a lockdown. Crosby High School was locked down yesterday after a suspected weapon was found on campus. Police say online rumors alleging students were stabbed in the school pushed the parents to try and enter the school. State police say it's important to check the facts before you post online.
If you're going to spread that information out, share that information, make sure it's from the school directly or from a law enforcement agency.
The superintendent of schools released a video to the school community last night, reiterating the importance of school safety procedures and urging parents to only get information from the school. They'll be holding a forum next week to discuss false information as well. The trespassing incident is still under investigation.